Alright guys, let's see, did we start? Alright guys, welcome. This is Star Dog. We're here with another art video. I last time did this one right here. Here's our little guy. I did all that. I just used this one marker right here, Mr. Black marker. Well, now we're going to color it in. It's kind of neat. I wanted something to write on, and the blue thing I was writing on last time I had to give back. It wasn't actually mine, I was borrowing it. So I got this to draw on, which is cool. It was at Walmart. It was only these little clips on the sides here you undo. There we go. It was only 10 bucks. And look at all the stuff I got. Look, crayons and some kind of markers and all this other stuff. Art. I can't believe how much. Get this for your kids, man. That's a lot of awesome stuff. You got some little coloring stuff. Who knows, man? A lot of stuff in there. It's like chalk. Other kinds of colored pencils. Who knows? Crayons. Anyway, we're not using all that. Back to the picture. I don't know why I got distracted at the start of the stream. I just had to show you guys that since we changed our background. We're not just going to use Mr. Black marker today. We are actually going to be using, we've got a few colors here. I do also have these colored pencils if I want to do something light, but I'm trying to stick with markers for the medium here. So let's get going on it. We have our guy. We're going to open him also on another desktop because I want to see it really big. I need it really big for my poor old eyes to be able to see it well. So let's go desktop. Let's add. And I know I hate this, even a little moment of dead air. So we'll wave to the camera here while that's loading. Let's maximize that. There we go. We got that one. And then we should have us right here. Alright, alright, alright. So if I can get this to erase here, one day I'll figure it out. There we go. Boink. Alright. So there we are. We're doing our thing. We're going to turn a little bit because I'm going to be sitting in this seat on a couch here. I'm actually right next to this art spot here. Alright, there we go. Now, let's see if we can't make this look really good. So we're not planning on using this much, but there will be some spots we're going to touch up. Like here, for example, I see I didn't do the highlight lines here for that middle part. So we're going to do that right now, actually. And this is an interesting one. This is actually like a two-piece. It's got a little thing that swings up like that. And there's another one. There's a little piece here coming up that area. And this is interesting. Actually, to the side of that, there's another little piece like this. And all these go all the way up to his staff. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to go all the way up to his staff. There we go. Now then, that's his little part of his little skirt guy that we added. I did put a back line in here, but he does have a back line that wasn't exactly in there, so we'll put that back line in there. This guy's got some darkness over here. You can put that in, but I don't know, that might be too dark. He's got a bunch of these texture lines they put here. Usually these side texture lines right here, like on this guy's skirt, I do them with the colored marker, right, rather than the black marker here, so I'm not planning on doing that. I'll probably, I don't know, I'm not going to darken that. I was doing that with the gray, because the gray could blend. But this will just blow away those other colors if I try to darken with this. So I'm not going to do that. So really just wanted to get that. Oh, here he's got a texture line coming up here. I noticed I did more of the texture lines for the, whatchamacallit, the skirts, but not the top thing. Like this guy actually has this is a two-piece. It's like a vest thing that comes down like that. And there's another piece kind of comes down like that and opens. All right. There we go. And then that's actually going to be two different colors. So anyway, we'll probably need this again. I'm sure I missed some other stuff. Like here, there's actually one color. Now it'll be fine. Leave that like it is. Alright, we'll be back. We'll probably need this again. Anyway, guys, let's pop back over here. I want to make sure I can see the chat. I almost forgot to open up the chat here. Let's see, OBS. We're going to go to View, Docs. We're going to view chat. Boop. Just in case somebody has a question about some of the techniques and what we're doing here. We're going to actually interact with the audience. Sorry about the video quality not being that great. I'm in a hotel room here. I'll be back with Dan the Man here probably in like a week or so, maybe a little less, and we'll be doing some combo streams. So let's see here. All right. Welcome. Welcome. Hit me up with any questions about the techniques. Man. All right. So here we go. We're going to get back to what we're doing. Now, coloring. So we got a couple different things we can start with. What we're going to do is probably start maybe with the stabs. The stabs are kind of easy. So in this other video I did, the last video I think it was, I was doing a lot of blending with the colors of the guy's pants, right? But see, I don't have all my markers. I'm on traveling, and I just bought these brand new markers so I could get a set of black. So this is not a wide color range here, man. So there aren't even two greens, for example. So this is why I picked up these guys to see if we want to get it easier. But it might be easier to blend. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. We're kind of. I'll tell you the first thing I'm going to do. Let's do what I want to do first. I'm going to do these stabs. These stabs need their texture lines, all those nice kind of brown lines that they show you. There we go. There's little lines on those stabs. We like lines. We like to color with lines. It gives us texture. Giving us texture is great. I could use a little higher seat too. I got some pillows here. I'll scooch these over. There we go. Oof. There we go. All right, looking good, looking good. A little higher. I'll be a little higher here. Ooh. All right. Now, this is interesting because I really think maybe I should have come the other way because I feel like the light's coming the other way, but this almost looked like a little knot over here. It's like I switched from highlighting one way to highlighting the other way. I'm coming up because the idea is I want to catch this curve, but I kind of wanted the highlight to be on the top side, so that's why I was doing it that way. This is interesting. This one here, I think I'm going to come this way on this one. I'm going to come this way. That's kind of cool. I got one going one way and going the other way. Give it a darker look, right? It's kind of fun. I never did that before. It's a cool little addendum, right? But the idea is make them feel circular, right? This grain makes them feel like they're circular. I'll do the technique where some come from the other direction too. It's extra brown on the bottom. Maybe it's shadowed by his arm or something, right? His arm gave it a little shadow. All right, now let's get this guy. Again, I think I want to come up. I think if there's anywhere I don't want it to reach, I think it's the top, because we're giving him basically a highlight on the top, if anything. It's a pretty consistent style pretty much the whole time I've been doing these guys. It's been like this. I've been doing these. I looked back at some of my other pictures, some other clubbies, and they either weren't as dark or were a little more dark, so I do it a couple different darknesses. It depends on the overall feel of the picture. Like the one I highlighted, the one that was all gray, right? I didn't have a black marker. That one, let's just say that one didn't have as many brown lines on the stabs because it just didn't look right to my eye as I was filling it in, right? I was like, what the fuck? Why, those look weird. Those ended up diagonal instead of swoopy, but that's kind of cool. Maybe the wood has a grain that does that, you know? And this actually I want to switch the way I'm doing it. There we go, come on the other way. That's great. It's fun to color these stabs, man. This is the thing, right? I'm coloring the tarot deck, or I'm sorry, not coloring. I'm drawing the tarot deck. You guys, if you missed the drawing video, it is on Twitch Arunio here. Just look back a little bit in the JJET file, and you will see when I make all the black lines for this. That's really weird how I did that. I came up, down, and around. Let me see what it looks like on video. Can you see that? But yeah, see? So it kind of made a weird texture for these guys' lines, but that's okay. Hey, this is kind of where this staff interacts with their staff, and it's a little bit confusing. So the energy there is a little different. That's fine. We'll just leave it like that. It's like I started going diagonal instead of across, and then I tried to like cross hatch it. I don't know what I did there. You guys want to see the end of that staff? Looks kind of funny. Oh, I see that it goes out of focus, but you can see right here, right there. You can see I went one way and then went the other way, and I got this weird cross hatching of the brown. But I think it's going to look great, man. By the time I think it kind of looks like I can always come back and hit it with some more. Anyway, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the stabs, and that was the most fun thing to color. We are going to be doing the leaves themselves, right? So we see it's got like a guy coming out here, It's got a little guy coming out the top, which is a little longer. And it's got a guy coming out right here. Alright. And then this guy's got one coming out right here, like above the one guy's head, between the other guys. It's got one coming out here, like we'll put right here. And then it has one more. No, I don't think so. This one has like one coming out right here. Well, my stabs are in different places. You can see I ended up having to change where my staff was because I kind of came around or made it a little different. So I actually changed the original picture, which is kind of cool when you think about it. It really makes it fun to think that you just change pictures like that. Pictures change and it makes them cooler. Let's give this guy a little one there and a little one there. Alright. Oh, shoot. You know what? I almost missed this. I got this one, I got this one, I got this one, I got this one. Does this one have any? No, they just didn't put any leaves on it. I guess they had too much else to do. Well, I've got another spot to put a leaf on it, so I'm going to put a leaf there. Alright, so we did really good there. Now, this one has like 5 leaves on this, but I'm not going to put 5 leaves on this. I'm just going to put 3. I just feel like 3 there. This one I felt like should have more leaves, so we'll give it 4 here. Maybe we can give it 5. Looks kind of weird with 4. Let's give it 5. Maybe that 5th one. I think I messed up that 5th one pretty bad there. I made it too small, so it made it all black. Oh well. That's the way art is. Like I said, the mistakes are actually what makes it great. A lot of times, I'm telling you guys, the mistakes are the best part. I know it sounds funny to even say. Alright? Yeah, see, it looked too much like a clover, so I decided one more on top. But then just like this one, you see, I just ended up all black there. Alright? So that's very interesting. So it's gonna be different, man. And you see I'm just kind of freeballing these. So that one ended up with a really neat shape there. One here. Now, did I miss any spots? I don't think so. I think I got all my spots. Let's pop back over, see how it looks on camera. You can really see how dark this leaf right here is, and how dark. Where's the other one I messed up on? Right there, is it this one? That one's pretty dark. But it's like if I didn't leave enough room, if I tried to make them too small, because it's not super duper thin. So that's a pretty big mistake, Not good, but that's the way life is. Sometimes you make mistakes. So we're going to put some green in there. And this I'm actually going to put some green even outside the black. Try to catch that light. See if I can say, hey, there's a little green in that, And these I don't always fill in all the way, right? Just like the stabs, I might leave a little white. You can see the very top of that leaf I didn't fill in. Try to catch that light, right? The idea is there is light on these leaves, and they have texture. They're not just one color green, And we're leaving that texture in. Alright? We're leaving that texture in. There we go. So the top of it stayed white there. Alright. Oh, wait, right down here, And there, the bottom of that. Alright. Those look pretty good. Those look pretty darn good. The ones that are too black look funny. That one does look like it's a 4-leaf clover or 5-leaf clover, but the top looks funny. But oh well, it looks like this. 5 exactly evenly spaced, which you don't want 5 exactly evenly spaced. So anyway, that's the way it goes. So now let's see here. What we want to do, of course, is we want to keep going with the colors. We did add the leaves. That was important. Maybe I should use brown or light gray to do the outsides rather than a black, because that did end up kind of overpowering it, but oh well. Let's get some different colors in here. We've got a couple different colors of green. That's really the biggest problem, is we don't have enough greens. So we will wait. I probably do greens last. But we do see there's yellows. There's a couple of yellows, so let's get all the yellows first. I'd say there's yellow in this guy's arms, right? This is a yellow. So once again, we're just going to try to go along, try to say this is, what's the vibe of this? Is it upwards? Is it wrinkly as it comes around? Like we talked about splining last time, which is just you don't necessarily fill all the way in. It's like you spline, 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 and there's a little bit of A little bit you can see through there, the spline as you're hitting it. So anyway, we're hitting this. We're not totally burying it in yellow. We're making it most yellow. So that guy's sleeves is yellow, which are matching. This guy's got a yellow sleeve here, so this is all yellow. Go ahead and put that in. All right. And then he's got a second sleeve, which is also yellow, which is much bigger, by the way, in my picture than theirs. They've got like most of this arm behind the other guy, but not on mine. Now, I'm going to want probably, what are their yellow sleeves? A lot of them have yellow sleeves. Yellow is a common sleeve color, I see. And I see here, this guy, again, you see me following this kind of splining pattern down and around there. Look at this. I see that I did not put a dividing line here for where this guy's little cloak ends. So there we go. Now we can put the yellow in here. That's interesting. I ended up doing all the kind of sleeves together. That was fun. Is that all the sleeves that are yellow? One guy's got red. It's red all the way through. The other guy's got purple sleeves, it looks like. And it's a light purple. So here's very important that we don't frickin' whatchamacallit. That we don't heavily cover it in, that we spline it and leave little spaces in between the colors. And of course we're really trying to catch the direction that it's going. Alright, that's the other thing. I wouldn't say I did that great on that one. It's kind of interesting how it comes around. But I didn't fill it all the way in, which is important. You know? I don't think that looks that great, but oh well. Now over here, he's got some purple coming out over here on this side too. That's his arm coming out of there. Now, I didn't like how that came out at all, but that's okay. It's kind of was like, whoop, I was trying to catch the fabric. I think I should have come up with, I kind of just made it flow like water, basically. I was like flowing it like water. Fabric doesn't really go like that. It's like cross-hatched, you know, usually with a weave. So that's why that didn't work there. It kind of works if you riffle it a little bit. But anyway, I think I should have done a different technique there. Let's see, this guy's got a green here. And so we'll just, here I am going to think kind of straight down. And straight down. Like that. And then straight down. And then the middle section. The middle section actually is just green again. But, you know what it is? It's lighter green. So I got a couple options. I can mix a yellow in there. What I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to go a different direction with this green. And I'm going to do it less often. So it's got like kind of this lighter green look to it. There we go. So now it is green and green, but your eyes clearly detect the difference there. Alright, so that's nice. Let's see, this guy's got a swirly skirt here, and we want to keep that going because it's all green. This is all part of his swirly skirt. Now here, once again, we're thinking about this fabric. It does need to kind of swirl with these colors here. Alright. Swirl with this guy's, if you want to call it a dress or what you want to call it. But anyway, there we go. That's nice, that's nice. Then we want to do this guy's thing next to it because it's all about how they interrelate. So it's purple, light purple, and then it has these weird like little flowers on it, right? So what are those? Those flowers are almost like five leaf things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make these flowers, I'm going to make them 4. I changed it. What can I say? They were 5, I changed it to 4. 4 is just easier to do, man. Alright, there's 2 of them. He's actually got them all over in like a patch pattern. I'm going to do it a little bit different. They're going to be more like a 4-4 pattern. So they're patterned with each other. Alright, and then one more. This one kind of goes around the edge of his tunic there. And this one kind of goes into the fold there. There we go. Now he's got some little guys on there. Now does he have on the bottom too? Yeah, he does. He has it on the bottom too. So it's the same kind of thing here. We want to go ahead. I want a big fat one here on his glute area. And then one here that's been sort of interrupted. The top and bottom are thinner because they go along where that crease is. Then here's another one that really is in the same ilk as that guy. Alright. And then here's one that maybe is in the bottom of a crease here. Because you don't see the whole thing. Alright, there you go. So he's got some things there. Now, how are we going to get him a real light color? Right? because we've already used our purple. We could use our pink mixed with purple, or we could just try to do the purple light. I'm going to try to do the super light technique where I go like this. I think I showed you guys doing the sky like that before. So what we're going to do is, I'm just going to try to just barely touch it. It's not really working. It's going to be way too dark. So I don't like how that looks at all. So we're going to switch to just a different color so we can fill it. I'll let that be like a little one maybe that's coming across the top or something of his shoulder. Maybe he's got another one here. Come across the top of his shoulder. There we go. We're improvising now, right? It just looked right, yeah? And what we'll do is we'll use this pink. Use this pink to... This is pink? Yes, pink. We'll use this pink to fill it in. Real light lines. Kind of following the curve of his thing, but not exactly, you know? Yeah, it would have been real hard to do my initial idea. I could go to the colored pencils, but I'm not quite ready to do that yet. I think we can do this with just the markers. Sort of a little challenge there. Alright, that looks great. Yeah, that pink and purple works pretty good compared to his regular color in there, so I'm very happy with that. We're going to do greens last. A lot of brown shoes. We got some green shoes. This guy's hair is kind of brown. The other guy's hair is kind of light. So this guy has light hair. Right, he's kind of looking up. He's got light, kind of golden hair. So we'll put his hair like that. I love his ear here. His ear looks great. So there's his golden hair. This guy gets the brown hair down next to him. All right. I'm just going to do like these little curls. They're like kind of even against each other in different ways, you know. There's his hair coming down. And actually, yeah, his hair does stop at his neck. That's why I left that open. Okay, so that stays like it is. Now, those guys both have hair. They both have leggings. One of them's got kind of an off-greenish legging. One is a red legging. Red's a tough color, because even if you leave like a little bit, it's like, oh gosh, it just overwhelms everything. So we're going to try the same technique I talked about before. I'm going to go this way, so it's going to be exactly side to side. And what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to just barely shade it. Oh, it's working. There we go. This is the technique I was talking about, where you're just barely touching it, and only every once in a while. Just so light, just really light. Just where the paper's a little higher it touches, kind of just gliding over. Basically I'm not trying to touch, and then at the very end, I let it touch, you know, if I need to, if I'm not getting any color. There we go. There we go. So there's his legs. Oh, there's more legs down here. Again, this red. Very, very easily overwhelmed if you let it. So you gotta control your red as it's coming down. Now we're going to give him his shoes, which look like he's actually got yellow shoes, which is kind of weird. I'm going to change him to orange shoes. And yellow, I'm not sure would show up that much. And I've already used it for the leggings and everything, so I'm just going to give him orange shoes instead. You get orange shoes, buddy, not yellow shoes. There you go, and that's going off the edge of the paper. Okay, great. Now, we got him with orange shoes. All right, now what's next? We're going to do these guys' legging, Mr. Purple guy's legging. It's another one of this sort of greenish color. I will do the green. I'm going to use the same technique because it worked pretty well before in that leg, and we're talking about it. This is the very light marker technique, where you're not even trying to touch. Like there, the reason it got on the one side, not the other, was actually just the leg, the paper was a little higher on the one. So that's just kind of the way it goes. Let it be like that, as they say. Let it be it. Don't just fill in automatically if you miss a spot. It might look really cool texture-wise. There we go. Now, same thing here. I would actually like to catch the curve of the leg a little bit and have it be slightly curved, but I don't think I can do this light technique unless I have a really straight kind of feel here. And then right to the bottom of the shoe there. A little bit more here, maybe. Just barely touch it. All right, there we go. And then he does have brown shoes. Let's grab Mr. Brown. Put Mr. Brown in. And here I am trying to fill it mostly because I do want it to be kind of dark. So I'm not leaving a bunch of white. And I'll do some other shoes that'll be less dark. This guy's our dark brown guy's shoe, and some of them will let some more white in there. Alright, dudes. There we go. I got brown shoes. Now, what's next? Alright, so we got, those guys have pretty much all the stuff in. This guy's got a real weird, this guy right here, he's almost got a black thing on. But I think that'll just overwhelm everybody. So I'm actually going to do gray. And it's weird, it's like this crosshatch thing. It's almost like falling off him in spots. It's just a weird looking thing. Alright? And same thing here, it's a crosshatch thing. Looks like I never put the black line on this side to kind of determine when this ends over here. I'm just going to do that. There we go. Now I get the end of it. Let's keep on doing this crosshatch thing. And it has, I mean, real string. It's stringy. It's like stringy coming down this guy's thing here. So we're just going to try to catch that. Kind of wavy even maybe in some places. So I'm going to try to wave these lines kind of as they come over rather than make them go really straight. There we go. Crosshatch thing is in. I came a little bit off the side of the line right there. If you want to see a mistake here. Right by that leaf. That gray line came out a little bit, whereas the black line was going that way. But we're not trying to get in there and fix it. It kind of looks cool. It's like a little mistake, you know? A little gem in there. Alright, now that guy's got his body. Looks like he kind of has green leggings. I'm going to have to decide. Oh, that's right. I'm doing the sideways for green leggings. What I can do here is I can give this guy green leggings too. I could mix some yellow in, which is something I did in the other video, so we'll do that. We're going to do yellow in his leggings and also green. And since I'm doing these kind of more deliberate lines, I am going to try to kind of follow the curve of his thigh there rather than just on that real light technique. It's like you're brushing straight back and forth, and that momentum, I guess. It's hard to curve and keep that perfect plane, but maybe one day. Anyway, so he's got the start of yellow leggings there, and then we're going to mix the green in the white spaces of this legging. Like that. And therefore he'll have kind of a green and yellow legging. Yep, so it'll kind of have a feel to it, a real feel to it. Alright. Ooh, looks like I just got a message on the phone. Hold on a second, guys. Let's get the Boink phone right here. What does it say? You have won $1 million. No, something dumb. Alright, back to work, back to work. Alright, so now we're doing this, oh yeah, we're doing this merged, we did this merged coloring of this guy's leg, which actually didn't come out that great, but I can tell the yellow, and I think what happened is a lot of the stripes that are the yellow, I accidentally kind of put, of green I mean, I kind of put on right on top where the yellow already was, and so it like kind of left more white and green rather than yellow and green, but I want yellow and green, so it contrasts with this guy, which is white and green, two contrasting kind of leggings. Anyway, let's see, this guy, his shoes are kind of reddish. Ugh. Reddish shoes are so dark, but that's what it's got. I don't know. I guess we'll do kind of, I'll do this kind of smooth red like this. Try not to fill it all the way in. There are two directions in the shoe, so one direction is one, that's reddish. Alright, we're happy with that. Now, we got that guy. He's got arms, leggings, and everything. Now this guy, who's got absolutely red. This is as red as it gets. He's got this big red thing on. So what we want to do is, again, we want to catch kind of the spirit of his clothing here as it hangs off of his muscly body, right? Put that in there. And then here, I think we'll kind of go down like this still going down. There we go, looks great. Now here, you want to come down, follow it down, give it stripes, go along with the direction here, just like that. And then here. There we go. Alright, he's got a red dress on, baby. Alright, now we got to get his hat. His hat is kind of a brownish. let's go ahead and do it. We'll do a, let's do a light kind of angle here like this. Kind of just angle like this. There we go. I'm not sure if that's that great, but what's nice is I needed to separate it from the this thing. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll get some gray in there in that white space to sort of differentiate it from this other guy who is more, there we go, more of a staff, right? The staff can be differentiated from the thing. I should have picked a different color than the brown for his helmet, but oh well, we messed up, we keep going. Alright, so now this guy's got, where are we done? Oh, we're not done with him. He needs some leggings. And again with the green leggings, so we're going to keep that theme going. We'll do green. We'll do green with the white spaces. We'll try to do our very light. Wow, that's interesting. That didn't work like they usually do. But look at this. What ended up happening is I ended up kind of giving him a highlight there on the one side. Why my technique of lightness has been very dark. There we go. But you know what? It looks different. Kind of the way I attacked it was slightly different than the way I attacked this guy. So I kind of like it. I think we'll leave it like that. Now next, so he's got shoe color is green. He's got green shoes. Okay, this is good. I like green shoes. Obviously, it'll be pretty easy to get a green. Let's go ahead and use our gray technique. Let's put some gray lowlights in here, and then these guys going the other way. All right, it's coming down, and he's going the other way. All right. And then, let's try to put green where the white space is there. And green where the white space is there. It's like a darker version of green. There we go. Anything white, cover up. Okay, there we go. Boom, 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 boom. Oh shit, those are actually two different guys. You just gave a guy a green shoe that was supposed to have... Alright, you see what I did there? I mixed up the shoes. Oh no. Alright, well, we'll fix it. This guy will get some gray, some light gray. And we'll give him this green. There we go. Whereas this guy will have light gray as well, but he'll have more green with the gray. Which is, this one, this shoe just has more darkness. More full darkness. Same with this. Let's get those white spaces out of there. There we go. Now it's different. Now he's got a different shoe color essentially because of that. All right. Well, that was interesting. A couple interesting mistakes there. That was supposed to be a different color, but okay. Hey, that'll look great with the red, right? Because he's got these red tights. So let's try to catch. I want to actually just catch the motion here. So rather than try to do fast and light, I'll do slow and light. And right here, and then his knee. And then here, there we go, the roundness of his hips, his little calves. There we go. That's nice. I'm glad those are clearly a different color. That looks good. All right, now we got to do, what do we got? We got, this guy's got a dark green, and then kind of a light green. So remember I was talking about these dark lines. I tend to just do kind of by putting more like this. Alright. You see, that's how I separate the sections. That's that. Then this actually is another green guy. I don't know if I want green here. I want something different. How about orange? Is it crazy just to give him an orange headband, right? Even though it's not what it has. I just want another color in here. I could go blue, but it seems like they don't really have any blues. Yeah, so let's do orange. Alright, we did it. He's orange. Alright, so now he needs a hair color. Looks like he's got a dark hair color. We got some browns. We don't have any blacks, but I'm going to do brown. I love these curls. Curl, 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 curl. I'm trying to actually catch where I put the black first and then curling around, if that makes sense. There we go. This is hair. Now, who doesn't have anything? I see phases are all just white. I think I'm going to leave that because I don't have a perfect flesh color marker. We're going to do the background of the sky, and we're going to do the rocks. So, the rocks look like they've got gray, not really gray, they've got really green, greenish yellow. There's a little bit of purple, and there's red. So all of that I don't exactly have. Brown is going to be part of it. Green is going to be part of it. Maybe this orange. This orange will give those highlights, those warm parts maybe. Okay. So how am I going to draw these rocks? Well, the first thing is gray. Gray. Gray is the first thing. Right? This foreground is like a green, gray. I want it to look like rocks. But they wanted this kind of green in there. So I'll tell you what, I'm actually going to audible out of all of those ideas. And I'm going to make this part grass. Isn't that crazy? There you go. What about that for crazy? So I'm just going to go in here and make this little grass in here. Sort of at random intervals, random spots. Alright? And then I'm going to kind of tuft it out once we get past a certain point. Alright? I'm going to put tufts here and here and here where these lines are. Alright? But it's actually not all going to be grass, right? Maybe a little tuft here, maybe a tuft or two here. Right? The bottom is all grass, but where they're playing, right, maybe the grass field has been kind of, worn out, right? And now it's more kind of mountainy. Right? And kind of gray and stuff. That looks pretty good, huh? Yeah, that's grassy. Now over here, I was thinking more like gray. Can I do like a really light gray here? I'm kind of getting this gray in here. Is that crazy? I'm trying to catch the feeling of these rocks as I come around those gray spots. Like that. Trying to catch it, right? Not trying to get all gray, but trying to catch kind of this gray, rocky feel here. There we go. And over here, some texture lines. I'm kind of following the texture lines that are already there. With the gray. Alright, there we go. That looks great. That looks really great. Wow. I almost don't want to put any brown in there. The gray looks so good, but I think we need some brown because it's not just... And so what I'm doing is I'm aiming for the empty spots are in the brown, in the gray. And I'm putting brown in those spots to catch, basically. So I want it not just be gray, but also to be brown in there. So I'm specifically looking for spots that either I missed or that I left an opening for, like two grays in a line, and then in between we put a little brown. There we go. Alright, there we go. That looks great. That looks great. I love the texture on that. I love all the different lines. Kind of catches, make it looks like rocks. I love our guys. I love all the motion. Now we're going to cheat. Remember I tried to do that technique, that really light technique. I don't know how I got away with it in the last video. I must have just been perfect. But now that we have these beautiful things, I'm actually going to pick the one that looks most sky blue. Sky blue, sky blue. No, this is it, sky blue. We got Mr. Sky Blue here. We're still going to go light, but it's just so much easier to light right with a colored pencil than a, whatchamacallit. Alright, so here we go. Nice and, oh god, this is so much easier than doing it with a marker. Nice and light. Get that sky in there. Oh, look, I just made a mistake. I made it extra streaky right there. That's okay. Looks great, guys. Actually, the pencil's wearing down a little bit. It's getting easier to do. Oh, this is so much easier than using a marker. This was really good. I'm glad I got this. really easy to get the sky in all these different spots. Oh, I did a little too hard there in that one spot. That's okay though. That's okay. Maybe it'll turn out like genius. Alright, so what spot did I miss? I missed here. Alright. Here I didn't do. Here I didn't do. Get in there, get in there. Here I didn't do. Love these, all these little leaves that are pointing towards each other and growing. Really cool. Really cool little piece of tarot art here. I think we got everything. I think we got everything. You can see some of the strokes. The strokes. Yeah, you can see some of the strokes there. The way it looks. Just that little bit over his head is kind of cool right there. It's like a little shoot where I got a little too dark. It's neat. It's neat. I love the rocks. I love everything. It looks really good. Looks really good. I like it. I said I might try to do something to fix his face because I didn't quite need to come all the way across with that line. But I don't think I am. I think this is it. I think we got it, guys. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for checking us out. Check out more slot streaming later with Dan the Man. For now, this is Stardog signing out.